Hey, what's up, everybody? Lead meteorologist John Choquette here. Surprise, we got some live coverage. If you had potentially a destructive hailstorm heading towards Disney World on your 2023 bingo card, then you might say bingo right now, because if you are in Disneyland or Disney World here in Florida, your phone just blew up and everyone's phones around you just blew up because you have a destructive tag, severe thunderstorm warning for Disney World. I think if Justin can, you can probably put it on there as a point of interest. We'll just put it on just for the sake of, we haven't had this before. So this storm has had a history here of baseball-size hail already in the Orlando suburbs, and we are now getting very close. Lake Buena Vista, Celebration, Kissimmee. This is all where all the resorts are at, all the parks. You're not finding it, are you?
No, I have it pulled up. Walt Disney World Resort.
You gotta click on it. You click on it on the map, and it shows up. There you go.
I gotcha. Whoops,
yeah. So there it is, Walt Disney World Resort. Here is the storm, and if we go ahead and switch it over correlation coefficient for. Holy crap! This is Florida, guys. Like, mind you, this is Florida. This is not Dallas. Okay, Florida does not see this. Like, this is, holy crap, that's freaking ridiculous, man. Okay, so we'll switch this back over to reflectivity real quick. So again, Disney World's right here. We have the storm right in here on this. And the warning, let's bring up the warning here. This includes a lot of where people go. It's for golf ball size hail, for Celebration, Kissimmee, Lake Buena Vista. That includes Universal, that includes Disney World, and that includes pretty much where all the hotels are where people go for these resorts. There's a lot of folks here that are going to be impacted. We've already had a fair number of people impacted already. So let's clear that out. Let's zoom it out a little bit, just kind of see where this storm has already been. We were trying to actually go live a little bit earlier, but we didn't have the radar open because we weren't expecting to see big storms in Orlando today. So we had baseball-sized hail back up here to the north and to the west in the Claremont area, and I can't remember the name of the town, but if we bring this back over here, there we go, Mascot, that's what it is, or Mascoti, I don't know, whatever it is. Point is, they updated up to golf ball size hail, and they was reporting damage to windows, so windows are already getting blown out from this. There was the first thing that came out with this was baseball size hail. So it's not producing baseball size hail right now, but it is moving generally. There it is, that baseball report from Mascot. So again, baseball is 2 days in a row now in Florida. I don't remember any time that Florida has had baseball or larger size hail in back-to-back days. We had 3-inch hail yesterday in the Antioch area, which is near Tampa. Now we have a storm here in the Orlando area, impacting quite a few more people. Claremont, I found out about 10 minutes ago that Claremont, Florida, has about 45,000 people in it, and they got hit with a wide variety of hail sizes up to that tennis ball to baseball size. Here in the Walt Disney World area, you are getting much larger hail right now. Let's zoom in on this. I'm curious, are the storm tracks still on here, Justin, or do you turn them off?
I can turn them on.
Turn back on. Just see will this actually bring up what the hail side, the algorithm's saying?
We'll find out. Jesus.
All right. Well, cool. So just for reference, from before we went live, this storm has been showing outrageous sizes like that. Is it dropping softball size hail? Absolutely not. We are in Florida, mind you. There's going to be quite a bit of melting going on with these storms. But I'm assuming here, if we go back to the correlation coefficient, there's going to be still very low correlation coefficients here. Looks like just to the west of Highway 429 is where your biggest hail is. So is Walt Disney World going to see baseballs? Probably not. Just to the west here, definitely seeing probably, I can comfortably say up to golf ball size hail in Citrus Ridge. If we zoom in where these low correlation coefficients are, we should, I hopefully have, yes I do, I got the roads loaded up. Uh-oh, okay.
I think you just updated.
Okay, let's just go back to reflectivity so I can get my bearings on where. All right, let's get rid of the storm track. There you go, it just highlighted here, the Weston Hills Boulevard region, South Boggy Marsh Road, really? Okay, this whole area here getting blasted right now with large hail. Again, very unusual for Florida. Well, very likely you're going to be seeing that probably for a lot of folks, if you live in this region, maybe some of the biggest hail you've ever seen. Is it going to be like Texas where you're seeing 6-inch hail? Absolutely not. But is it going to be golf ball size hail, 2-inch hail, possibly baseball size hail? Not unlikely. Definitely not unlikely. I think there is going to be very large, let's see what ZDR looks like real quick. I'm sure there's probably very large volumes of hail falling in this. I know the differential reflectivity product is not going to look super great, but let's try to bring it up anyway. Okay, yeah, actually it looks pretty good. Let's zoom it out a little bit. There you go, where you see the gray, where I'm highlighting it with my hand here, that is going to be primarily hail falling. So it is dumping hail here in the Citrus Ridge area, right along Highway 27, off to just to the west, barely to the west of Disney World. If we go back to reflectivity, I'm sure Disney World right now, you are seeing a storm. I am sure all the rides have shut down and people have probably scrambled like crazy. There is definitely hail falling at Disney World right now. Do I think it's going to be that golf ball size hail? No, I think it's more likely going to be sub-severe. I'm sure Twitter will blow up in a minute. I know it's a Tuesday afternoon, late April. I'm sure there's still a ton of people at Disney World. So this definitely a very impactful storm here in the Orlando area. Let's zoom it out a little bit. It looks like we have is that a second storm? Yeah. So it looks like this is a second storm trying to form here in the, to the south of this. Storm, maybe if the storm tracks are back on that, maybe they'll have an algorithm showing up on this one too. Nope, no, of course not. So either way, it looks like we have this second storm forming. This may cut off the hail here in Disney World. So it's going to continue moving to the south and east. We're going to be getting to I-4 here in the coming probably 20 minutes or so. I don't know how fast is this thing moving, Justin?
Last I saw it was moving at 20 miles an hour.
20 miles an hour, yeah. So it's hailing for a while over this. And if we're moving southeast 20, let's do a storm track here. Let's see how it should get into Kissimmee here in the next probably 15 minutes or so. It is 5:15. Nope, you did the wrong thing. It's 5:15 on the East Coast right now. It looks like we have the warning either updated or one got removed. But going 20 miles an hour to the southeast. That will bring us to towns that I don't know. Lawman, Lumen at 5:43, 5:47 near Session City, and 5:55 in Campbell. It's likely because we are over the resorts right now. So let's clear that out. Let's update this. Let's check. I think the warning might have updated. Let's just check. Still, okay, I don't think it's updated at all. That looks basically the same. All right, but looking at it here, if we zoom back into where the storm is right now, I think the second storm that has been forming out ahead and getting ingested into the inflow region of our main storm may be starting to weaken this quite a little bit. Let's just scope the CCs on this real quick. Ooh, actually, you know what? Let's switch it all the way over to CCs. Is it hailing at Disney World? Oh man, it's hailing real close to Disney World if it isn't. Like, golly. Right along and just to the west of Highway 429, that is where your big hail is going to be falling again. I think large quantities of hail is falling this. So wide variety of sizes all the way down from probably pea size up to that golf ball to maybe 2-inch size hail is what I feel comfortable with right now. Again, this is Florida. I temper my expectations a little bit. Not saying, again, the baseball report that came out first surprised the crap out of all of us here at the office. We didn't expect the very first thing to be baseballs. The storms we had yesterday, we found out after the fact, somebody mentioned a 3-inch report, and it was like 4 hours later that the report came in. But this time around, fool me once, right? You're not fooling me twice. So pretty intense storm here in the portions of Orlando where all the resorts are at, where all the theme parks are. A lot of folks probably had their Disney trip cut a little bit short here right now. Looks like we got a radar update. Let's bring that up on reflectivity. And yeah, we're definitely seeing some hail now right along Highway 192. We're going to be getting close to I-4. Storm's getting messy. We have a new storm trying to take over for the main updraft here that has really been dominating this entire time. This new storm, there we go, we already have a storm track on this, so this is probably blowing up pretty quick here. Yep, there we go. So this is the new storm. This will take over as it continues moving south and to the east. On the far southern regions, you can see downtown Orlando is right up here by my finger. We zoom out a little bit. There's Kissimmee in the far corner of the severe thunderstorm warning. This will likely continue moving to the south over, I don't know any of the towns over here. I think this is almost all Kissimmee. Kissimmee's pretty big, right? Yeah. Like aerial wise. Yeah. So generally heading towards probably the southern sections of Kissimmee, Florida. Now I do know there's another storm going on over by Port St. Lucie, if we want to jump over there, Justin, real quick. It's on the East Coast. We zoom it out. Did Tampa's radar really never actually update or show up? That's crazy. Down south here by, yeah, right down here by Fort Pierce.
Yeah.
Did
Max is being slow.
Okay, actually, you know, this storm looks pretty weak sauce, which is good. This was dropping some pretty big hail over a lot of swamplands and farmlands a little bit ago. Looks like right now here in Port St. Lucie, looks like a little area if we zoom in on it a little bit, just to the east I-95. Potentially some hail, maybe up, bring it up back up on reflectivity. Okay, yeah, right by Highway 716, right up in here to the east of I-95. Maybe some quarter-size hail, most likely sub-severe here in Port St. Lucie. Again, looking a lot less intense than it did before. We bring up storm track, I'm sure the hail algorithm isn't crazy either. I know it had the mesocyclone on there.
Man, Max is moving slow, come on.
Yeah, it's because it's got a million things trying to load up, and we don't turn it off ever. So, okay, yeah, so when you're, notice that probability of hail 90%, probability of severe hail 70%, while the other ones, it was 100% across the board. So I think this, not as intense, is warm for ping pong ball size hail. Just check that, can you just check that warning real fast to make sure it's not confirmed ping pong ball size hail and radar indicated?
Yeah, it's radar indicated.
Radar indicated, so yeah. Chances are, I think that's more for safety reason. In terms of the big hail, I don't think this is where the big hail is. I think all the big hail is over by the Orlando area close to Disney World. So
Good
it's,
Lord. I found a video, I don't know where this video is from, but the guy said it's the worst storm that he's ever witnessed in Florida.
I believe it. I'm gonna venture a guess it's not this storm, it's gonna be the storm over by Orlando. It definitely looked like something you see out of Texas, to give you guys an idea.
The winds are high too.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. If you're busting windows out, that means it's wind-driven hail. Let's jump back over towards the Orlando area now, Justin. Let's check in on that. I see we got a radar update here in Port St. Lucie. I'm gonna venture a guess over here by the storm by Disney World. It's going to be kind of messy. That's what I figured. And because we have this new storm trying to take over. If we bring up the correlation coefficient, there you go. You already can see the low CCs here, right at I-4 and Highway 17. You still have those low CCs over by Disney World. These storms are moving slow, so you're gonna have a long hail time with this. So you got that, yeah, highlighting the one right here, and then the one up there, and it looks like it's changing in the middle of doing this. That's always fun. But I think this hail core is gonna hail itself out here along Highway 192 in the, where all the resorts at. That's gonna hail itself out, and then this one is gonna take over and then continue moving to the southeast, sections of Kissimmee, probably along whatever highway, Highway 92, and continue moving towards the south and east. So again, I think this right here is what's gonna take over. You have the new updraft here. This is getting contaminated quite a bit. Is there rotation with this? Remove these. Get rid of the storm tracks. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, you can tell that, like, this is where that new updraft is. This is the old updraft. So this basically what happens is a storm will ingest another storm, and it will not have the nice, warm, unstable air. It'll have the rain-cooled air sucked into it, and it'll inherently just weaken the storm. But the way this seems to be working is we have a new storm with nothing contaminated to the south of it, beginning to become the dominant storm here. little bit of rotation. I don't know if this is just radar noise or not. We're going to have to keep an eye on that, make sure we don't have a tornadic situation start to unfold on our hands. So let's just go ahead, go back to reflectivity here. So you're saying like stuff's starting to show up online already, Justin?
Yeah, in the video it's so windy and rainy that I can't really tell.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch, and then it's just a bunch of other people complaining about why is it hailing in Florida? I still can't find any good photos.
Yeah, that I believe it. I mean, I saw a couple videos before I jumped on here.
Oh, here we go.
It was recorded with like a potato.
Oh, dang, we got some trees shredded.
Tree shredded. So tree shred, that means, I'm sure if you're in the restoration industry and you're watching this, shredded trees is always the first sign of a storm actually having some power behind it.
Yeah, I mean, the picture that I just pulled up, it was at least ping pong balls. Shredded trees, it doesn't give a location, it just says hailstorm in Orlando.
Yeah, so potentially a very good storm here. Like again, for Florida, you got to like set your expectations to slightly different than what you normally would see again in Oklahoma or in Texas. You're replacing roofs every year, right? And on top of this, you're in Central Florida. You're not right on the coast. I mean, you had probably impacts from Hurricane Ian, but this may be a completely different ball game here for the Florida area. Let's kind of do a bit of a zoom out here, Justin. Let's just kind of see the whole Orlando area to give reference to everyone watching here. Assuming, here we go.
I think there's a new storm report.
Yeah, it is a new storm report. Let's bring this one up. It's probably going to be something like hilariously underwhelming. Okay, State Park Ranger, where it's dime and a quarter size hail in Lake Louisa. So you had quarter size hail. So the storm actually, I think this is where the storm started to like look not as good either. So it's, did we get an update to the warning, or is this still just? I think they're
waiting it out to see what the
yeah, kind of see what's going on. We do have another storm here in the Orlando area. This is no longer a severe warning. This was warned a little earlier. As far as I know, I think it just had some quarter size hail with it. But the main storm here is definitely not showing anywhere near as much hail as it did before. If I'm curious to see if they pop the storm tracks back up. I know you're doing about 7,000 other things here, Justin. Oh, okay. Let's bring up velocities because it keeps going, hey, maybe a tornado, but... Whoa. Okay, wait. Uh-oh. Hang on. Low suspect. It looks a little janky right here. Like, that kind of looks like radar noise.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Like this up here, that's clearly rotation. That was the mid-level, like, mesoscale, like the meso lobe, basically keeping the hail be bigger. But, yeah, it's just going to say tornadic. So let's just go back. Let's check out our correlation coefficient. Okay, so notice up here by Disney World, notice the greens have really gone down quite a bit. It's filling in with the oranges and the more red color. The hail size is coming down. Again, it's hailing itself out. All that hail's falling out. You're not getting that really robust updraft to have that big hail again. So basically, this is going to make smaller and smaller and smaller hail as the storm begins to weaken. However, further south here, it's definitely hailing on I-4 here in Florida. In between Orlando, I-4 goes from Tampa to Orlando and I think to Daytona or something. And I think it connects Tampa to I-95 basically, right? And here we are getting hail. I think if you, up on here, I'm hearing a video right now.
Sorry, what? Do what?
Reflectivity.
Okay, sorry, yeah, there's some more videos that came in.
Yeah, so here's that latest update. You can already tell, here is where your inflow region is, right in here, right by Highway 92. We have, there you go, highlighted in there. So the storm is strengthening now over Loman, I guess, which is to the south and to the west of Kissimmee. I'm gonna, whoa, I see a bunch of MPing reports showing up too.
Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of tree shredding going along of all the videos I've seen.
I saw a ping pong ball report in Citrus Ridge.
I can definitely confirm there's ping pong somewhere in and around Orlando because I saw a picture of it. I just don't know the exact location of it.
Yeah, we got quarter size hail from 2 minutes ago from the, so where, right here, pretty much right, crap, hang on. Yeah, pretty much right here, right on I-4. You're getting that already, whatever it was I said, quarter size hail. So you're already getting quarter size hail here. If we bring it back to correlation coefficient, Justin, real quick, I know you're looking at something else. So you're getting quarters here already. So this storm is already starting to re-strengthen, or the new updraft, I should say, is starting to strengthen here. Let me bring up, because this stupid thing doesn't tell you hail size, it just tells you if it's possibly tornadic. Radar scope's saying up to, it's got a golf ball size marker on it now. So again, clearly strengthening as we continue to move south and east. I'm curious, I don't know what kind.
Hold on, where is this?
What kind of population? Yeah, we're working with like a lot of population down here over Poinciana and southern Kissimmee, Florida. So, what do you mean, where is this?
Oh, I just wish people would.
It just says Orlando again, but it looks like it punctured. Someone has a cover over their roof. Looks like it punctured through their
Punctured
cover.
through like the metal?
No, it's like a netting.
Netting? Okay.
Yeah, but
I would say
mean,
metal, I'm like, holy crap, that's probably huge.
but in the
Yeah.
background, I could have swore I saw a stone that was close. At least the golf balls are not larger.
Yeah.
So and yeah, I mean it's impressive. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean there's a bunch of people on Twitter saying that this is the biggest hail they've ever seen. So, which
Yeah.
makes sense for this area. I know that someone's watching from Texas, they might think that's crazy, but that's what Florida's like.
Yeah. So let's bring it back up to there we go.
I'm honestly surprised I haven't extended this warning yet.
Yeah, me too, honestly. I'm sure they'll reissue a warning here in a second. The thing was the Melbourne office.
There's video from the Clermont area. It's high volume, bunch of random stuff.
Yeah. I'm sure, yeah, the volume of this is going to be very high. So it's not, again, I don't think this is going to be like with areas where the baseballs fell, it was only baseballs. I don't think it's going to be, I mean, honestly, very few storms ever have like only golf balls, only 2-inch hail, only baseball, only the highest of high-end storms. So,
Yeah, I'm seeing videos out of Clermont and back to the west, and all of them are pretty impressive. All high volume, all wind-driven, and all shredding trees. So
yeah, so this could be, again, it looks to be a pretty intense storm. The storm that caused all that before has since kind of morphed into this blob here to south of Disney World. Again, Disney World itself, Magic Kingdom, all that stuff, likely it stayed severe. It really looks like all that bigger hail stayed off to the west of you. So definitely hailed at Disney World. Thankfully, I don't think we had like baseballs or anything crazy, or probably.
no, I did see
Disney World alone would have been crazy.
Yeah, I did see a family say that they were about to go to Disney World, and they were in the parking lot and it was hailing. I just couldn't tell how big it was.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, based on what it looked like on radar, look at that big hail stayed to the west of where the resort is.
Yes.
So probably west of where the parking lots are and everything as well. So let's focus a little bit in here on radar. They'll issue a new warning eventually. I want to kind of zoom it out. So this storm's obviously doing its thing. It looks like we're starting to get like a weird feeder of all this other crap going into the storm. So I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't last for too much longer. I'm going to check back in once again just on Fort St. Lucie. Or Port St. Lucie, I mean. I was reading Fort Pierce at the same time. See what is happening here. Yeah. Storm's dying. That's fine. That warning's probably going to be allowed to expire. Florida seems to take their sweet time getting new warnings out. So I think, again, the main focus, if we turn Storm Track, let's turn Storm Tracks back on too. Is it just, it's just stupid tornado crap. Dang it. But yeah, still low CCs. I think that low correlation coefficient, this isn't going to be baseballs. I think this is really going to be indicating just a ton of hail's falling here, and then very likely that at least quarter to $half size within this storm, possibly a growing in strength. I'm going to have to check on radar scope again, though.
Yeah, a bunch of different stuff going on right now.
Oh, hang on. Looks like Frank sent something. What? Oh, let's see here. Holy crap.
What?
Go on and click the video that Frank sent. Can you bring up, dang.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the first one I saw that was shredding trees.
Yeah, so the Claremont area got rocked.
Yeah, I think
It
that's
looks like.
the play of the day for sure for that storm.
Yeah, Claremont, and then that town that had the baseball report, whatever it was called.
Mescata or something.
Yeah.
God, these people in Florida, their tweets
Yeah.
are funny.
Yeah, right.
Man.
So let's go back to reflectivity on this. Is Quick open on the computer, the streaming computer?
I mean, I can open it up real quick.
Yeah, just on the web browser. So we can.
Are these getting posted in? Yeah, we need to have these posted in the live chat.
No, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll obviously be posting on here. This is obviously already a 3-star map. I think it's going to impact a lot of folks. When even Debbie Downer Frank is going, oh wow, on here, that means it must be pretty good. If our viewers probably for the last. Okay, new warning. Look at that. Finally, they got around to it here.
They still have it hatched too. Well, it's golf
For
balls.
golf
that's why.
balls.
Yeah.
For Campbell and Point Siena. About 16,000 people impacted with this. Any other details on here, Justin? Speed it's moving at, blah, blah, blah.
Golf ball size hail, 6 mile an hour winds, moving southeast at 20 miles an hour. Yeah, so I'm not really sure why they say radar indicated. I mean, pretty sure
I
it's
saw at least quarter size
so
hail
maybe,
on
yeah.
the MPing reports pretty quickly.
So yeah, but yep. So just moving, taking a sweet time, moving southeast at 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, the hail size, by the way, that's showing on radar scope is showing up to tennis ball. However, if you pay attention to this here, it's going to probably cut this off again. So I don't think it's going to be super long lived with the bigger hail. It looks like, yeah, about 20 miles. Yeah, it's just Point Siena. I think there's quite a few, looks like quite a few of the little lakes and stuff in here. You can kind of see it. So it's probably quite, this town is going to get hit pretty hard. If we zoom in, like I may or may not have these counties loaded. We'll find out. We're going to zoom in pretty close. Let's zoom in a little closer to Point Siena. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Yeah, so this neighborhood in here, clearly there's a lake or something, or marsh, or whatever. It's Florida, Central Florida. This is all moving to the south and to the east. You bring up correlation coefficient. I'm sure it's indicating, yeah, quite a bit of hail here. Very likely. Even knowing the hail algorithm, watching this on Radarscope is saying something ridiculous like tennis balls. Is it dropping tennis balls? No. Is it dropping golf balls? Maybe, but more likely high volume, wide variety of hail sizes up to maybe golf ball size hail from what I'm seeing right now and what we've seen from before. So again, this storm seems to be chugging along its way along here to the south and to the east. It will impact that neighborhood probably by that next radar update that we get here. And then after that, I think it will ingest this storm to the south. And then, well, I don't have any comments on. Is the chat off? Look on Open Broadcaster. The chat's probably off because we had Christine do the video earlier.
Open broadcaster.
Open Broadcaster. So you're gonna have scenes and then source. You see source or whatever. I think it's sources.
Scenes. Oh, sources. Yeah.
Sources is chat. Is the eye off or on?
Off.
Turn it on.
Okay, there we go.
Hey. There we go. I see a bunch of comments that came in a minute ago. When it first spun up around the Groveland area, just west of Orlando, do you think it was dropping some decent sized hail? I do see some comments here and there in our meteorology chat debating that. I do know if, Justin, if you zoom out on the map, because I don't remember the name of the stupid town, let's go up north where the storm had previously passed. Actually, you know what? Do you want to turn on? Do you know where the 1 hour like hail track is? Mm-hmm. Just turn that on. Give you an idea of where it's gone in the last hour. Or it's not on.
Oh,
there it is. There we go. So let's just work our way north. So this is what the algorithm had. This isn't necessarily what hail trace is made, but some mascot, right? Let's zoom in here. So this is where the storm really kind of started taking off about an hour ago. Mascot area. So Groveland, this is the interesting part. So we had a baseball report in Mascot and golf ball report. Groveland, we did send an alert for it. It looks like a lot of high volume hail, ranging quarter to bigger than that. Yeah, this is the algorithm doing its thing. Again, is this reflective of our map? No, this is WSI's algorithm, but it just gives you an idea of where generally the hail was occurring with this. So Claremont, it looks like you guys got rocked. We've definitely seen a few videos coming out of Claremont that look very impressive, and has now since moved to the south and to the east. Again, this is not reflective of what our maps are showing. This is just to give you an idea of where the storm had moved through. So Groveland itself, I don't have the exact answer for that right now. It looked like it was doing a pretty impressive hail. Mascot is where that baseball report came in, that golf ball report with broken windows coming in. And then here, Claremont seeing some crazy stuff. One can assume that between the two, there's gonna be a section of Groveland that got blasted pretty hard as well. Let's jump back over. You can keep this on. Let's just put the radar back on, especially because we don't have anything listed here. So let's go down to where the storm is right now. Let's see what it looks like here. It looks like the radar has since updated. No problem, Rob. Any other comments that were in the chat before? I didn't see them. We didn't have it on.
I didn't see any more than that.
Okay.
Someone else said post it, and I'm not sure if he just means the map or what. But
yes, we do have the map. The maps are obviously being made live. You guys have probably been getting alerts. You can check out as everything updates live with this here. We're definitely getting hail now in that neighborhood we were looking at before. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that here in Poinciana. I'm probably pronouncing that horribly, but whatever. It's fine. I butcher the names and stuff everywhere. So you're definitely getting hail here along the Poinciana Parkway. The videos of the hail I meant. Oh, yeah, can you send pineapple size hail to DFW? Tomorrow we might. Just a little preview to potentially tomorrow. Thanks, Kenny. We have, bring up the correlation coefficient here, Justin.
Okay.
I'm looking at about 75 screens. It's got ADHD, so you know, it's a whole thing. So got that low CCs here. I see a MPing report of quarters from 2 minutes ago. So you're definitely getting at least quarter size hail. I'm saying quarter ping pong ball size hail is probably pretty likely ongoing in this. I know it's more for golf balls. I mean, it looks pretty good on radar. Yeah. I mean, the hail algorithm saying 3-inch on radar scope. I'm sure it's going to show all the little tornado spinnies on here, which tell you no information. But let's just screw it. Put on storm tracks. Yep, ignore it. Worthless. Let's go back to reflectivity. There you go. This is the area where that hail is falling, where you see the darker reds, where you're seeing the pink. That's the hail. The correlation coefficient is coinciding with that very well in this neighborhood in Poinciana. We've already had quite a bit of hail elsewhere. And this warning is for up to golf ball size hail. It's very possible we could have some. I think probably ping pong ball unless. I think we're dropping a metric crap ton of hail with this. If we bring up the differential reflectivity, which is what we utilize to see hail volume, I bet it'll show a lot of gray on the map if Justin pays attention for a second. Put it on differential reflectivity real fast. There you go. See where you see the gray here? That is where there's high volumes of hail falling, so a ton of hail. This has been the theme so far this afternoon is high volumes of hail, lots of hail. And for Florida, pretty much unheard of, right? Like you don't see this kind of storm impact Florida. High volume, big hailer event. I remember, I think it was Satellite Beach. It hit my aunt and uncle. If you guys remember what year the Satellite Beach area got rocked, you got kind of similar to that, where it's very unusual. Once every 5 years or so, you get a pretty big hailstorm like this. How's it looking for Port St. Lucie? I think Port St. Lucie overall has, well, last time we looked at it, it looked not super great. So I don't even know if it's still severe warned. We'll just go check on it really fast. Justin's already there. It's still severe warned. I mean, this looks like garbage. I don't think this is dropping any big hail. Even the algorithm that Max utilizes isn't impressive at all. I think this storm stopped making big hail by the time it got to population in Port St. Lucie. Did it hail in Port St. Lucie? Yes, it absolutely did. Did it hail severe hail? Debatable. I'd say maybe some quarters, best case scenario with that. I think the big hail, Claremont looks like they got rocked pretty hard, and Citrus Grove, areas just to the west of the Disney World. So,
Is it trying to like make the new updraft like?
like over here,
Yeah.
maybe? Kind of looks like it. That latest update.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a new updraft right in here. Storm. So you got this new storm forming. So what we had back by Disney World, we're having basically the exact same thing happening again. We got a new storm coming up here. So the storm just seems to be like redeveloping itself further and further and further south. We're gonna get a lot more rural at that point. Probably a lot of orange groves and hitting gators and stuff. And then we will, this I would assume will eventually make it to the East Coast. Will it still be severe by then? I doubt it. It is almost 6 o'clock in Florida, and you need some daytime instability. However, Florida has a risk, actually technically a better risk for storms tomorrow. So we could have 3 days in a row here across Central Florida. Oh man, we're getting some spicy comments here for Disney. I think Disney did not get severe hail. I think we had.
I saw
some severe
like confirmation of peas there. Someone in the
peas,
parking
yeah,
lot.
and that's what the radar was showing. It looks like Disney World. I think a lot of the resorts, maybe to the west of Disney World itself, was impacted, and I think. I mean, I know there's obviously a politically charged comment there, but I'm just going to ignore that. It's just a good point of reference there. The Disney World resort west of Disney World likely got rocked, and then to the north and west.
Oh, okay, now we're starting to get some photos. Cool.
Some bigger photos coming in?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, dang it, says Daniel Finch. What? I mean, everybody's entitled to their own feelings about the locations being hit. Point is, the Orlando area definitely seeing a very impactful storm on the western sections of the metro here. A lot of those suburbs getting rocked pretty good. It looks like, yeah, as we're getting a radar update here, we got that new updraft. We still have quite a bit of hail. Actually, let's zoom in on this again, Justin. See what we're getting here. Let's zoom back in more. I'm assuming, again, these storms, it's just dumping hail over like the same little neighborhood. Yeah, this whole neighborhood here, San Miguel Road, San Lorenzo Road, Marigold Ave, Coa Street, you're getting hail. Variety of sizes, ton of it falling. You're gonna coat the ground white. This is the closest you're gonna get to snow in Orlando. So definitely a pretty impactful storm here. Do I think the hail size is like it was by Claremont? I do not think so. I think we're much more quarter, half dollar, maybe even, you might find some bigger hits among the thousands of stones that are going to be falling here. But it looks like got that new storm moving in. Yeah, I think the hail size is going to start coming down a bit on this here. Make sure the storm off to the north isn't doing anything janky. It doesn't
In
look
Winter
like
Haven, Florida, Circa de Disney. I'm trying to translate Spanish.
All right.
I mean, I imagine that means in Circa de somewhere. It looks like Marbles, wherever this one is.
Near Disney? Yeah, I'm assuming that the overwhelming majority of the pictures that are come from where there's the highest concentration of people, which is going to be Disney World, right? Disney World, Universal, all that. I think you're going to have a very high concentration of the reports coming in.
We
We
can-
got one right here. What's this? Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. To say we can turn off the radar and see what I bet you the algorithm has it going just to the west of there.
Probably. 1-inch hail near Four Corners, where that's at. Let's check out, yeah, turn off the radar for a second and see what curious to see what IBM's little algorithm's putting out.
So Disney World's like really, it's like right probably where the W is in World.
Yeah, it's like right in here.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. That's like, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
it's like up in
it's like
here.
right. Yeah, it's like right where World is basically.
Yeah, so that makes sense. That's why, you're going to see probably a lot of reports coming in because really that bigger hail is over here. So, not Universal Studios. I don't know where Universal Studios is actually at.
It's
Is it
Yeah.
really close to Disney?
it is, but it was further away from where the hail actually
Yeah,
happened
okay.
anyway. So yeah.
It's close to the airport, says Amanda in the background. So
She's
I-
she's the Disney nerd. around
I
here,
haven't
so.
actually been. I've never been to Universal. I've only been to Disney World, and I went when I was 16. So, not Disney's not my vacation of choice. So, all right. Well, yeah. So this storm just kind of keeps going. We're gonna be moving out of population. It looks like the hail size is starting to come down a bit as well. That new updraft may get going, but I think what's going to happen is it's going to keep stair-stepping itself further and further south away from Orlando. If we go back to reflectivity, we kind of zoom out a little bit. I think we're going to be going pretty rural here pretty fast.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, so with that, I think we can kind of wind this down. We do have a chance for more storms a little bit later in Texas.
Tomorrow we could be live for Dallas.
Yes. Yeah, looks like Texas, we could see some storms a little bit later. Tomorrow, DFW, depending on how things play out tonight, DFW could see a fairly robust severe risk tomorrow. In areas like Shreveport, Wichita Falls, places like Tyler, Texas, possibly even as far south as like Waco or Austin. It really depends on the morning. There's going to be a boundary layer that's going to basically act as a train track for storms. Where that sets up tomorrow is going to be determine where storms are going to be. Models have really been honing in on the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex for tomorrow, but things can change tonight. Could see quite a bit of storms tonight, I think mostly over hill country and the Texas Panhandle, but it's not impossible. You can get something in Amarillo, Lubbock, Wichita Falls, other cities in Texas that are at risk, possibly even along the coast and like Houston late overnight. So
It looks like an imping report came in from one of those neighborhoods in that Poinciana or whatever town for $50.
$50 size
Yeah.
hail, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, $50 size hail. I was saying quarter to maybe some ping pong balls. So the volume of hail in this is going to be the big story. So we're going to check one more time, bring up the correlation coefficient. Okay, that's where your hail is going to be, pretty clear. This is where your biggest hail is going to be, right in here. Probably in that neighborhood in Poinciana. I don't think I'm pronouncing that.
Yeah, so if someone was asking about the Groveland area, I have a picture confirmation of golf balls there.
Okay. Yeah, it just probably took a minute to find where it was at, especially when it's like such high volume event. And
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
on Twitter was freaking out about it too.
yeah,
Someone said they lived in Florida for 17 years and never seen hail till today.
yeah. We want to know about Oklahoma. Oklahoma, you're getting much, I know I'm enjoying it, much needed rain here across, especially western Oklahoma. A lot of the farmers have been desperate for some rain. We're getting nice soaking rain the next couple days. All that severe risk is going to be south of the Red River tomorrow and tonight. I'm going to say that, and I'm going to wake up at 2 in the morning.
The warm fronts in Oklahoma City or something.
You know, that's how it is. So I think with that, I'm going to kind of wrap this up here, guys. I'm going to help the team out, get everything out for you guys. You know, the storm is definitely weakening a bit and moving out of population. You can check it out, the map now. It'll be continuing updated and everything. No hail, if there is, it's far southwestern Oklahoma. I think just heavy rain here across our home base here.
Which
across
is good because we
Oklahoma.
want to get out of that drought.
Yeah, get out of the drought. That'll help with storms in May. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, you can check us out all of our social media platforms. You can, thanks to our sponsors, C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. You guys see them in the forecast every day. If you are new here, this QR code and the link in the description below will get you set up so you can be ready to roll here, especially because tomorrow we have another chance for severe weather here in Florida. So we're going to keep going, keep rolling. Possibly, maybe we'll have live coverage again tomorrow in Florida. I don't know. I wasn't expecting it today, but expect the unexpected in 2023, am I right? So thanks for tuning in, guys. Myself, I got Justin on the desk, and we'll see you at the next one.